to another episode of People's Mic. I am Jimmy Peoples. Introduce yourself.
I am Tal Bennett. Give me 1 second.
The one in the is that chair two?
No,
Chair two high?
this is not.
You gotta get your what do you call this? The kid seat?
A what?
A kid seat? Like
Oh,
go to a restaurant?
high chair?
A high chair. Yeah,
Fuck
chair.
you.
You gotta get you with the wooden back.
It's not about the height of the chair.
When did you stop sitting in high chairs? Do you remember?
I don't know, like around like 5, 6?
Yeah. I think I just wanted to for the fuck of it. I started sitting in the cool. I was like, I'm gonna sit in these anyway until I was like 9.
Really? I hated it, man. I hated anything that was like...
I want the cool one. They were like, you're too big. You're too big for that.
Anything that reminded adults that I was not one of them, I was like, nah, that's not for me. Like once I was able to like sit in the front seat of the car, I was like, that's all I'm doing. Cause like I don't want to be reminded that I am a child.
The front seat? No, I was in the back seat. I was like, let me get in the back. You drive me around, all right? You guys work for me. And then my parents broke up. We didn't have cars anymore.
Damn.
He's like, no. He's like, throw both of these out. You're on the bus. How about that? You're on the bus.
Big man.
Big man. Public transportation for you. How's your week? Good?
It's been fine. I've been kind of like not under the weather. I haven't been sick or anything, but I've been like achy all week because like I had my first weekend of work at the comedy shop as a bar back.
Nice.
Yeah, and so
they're working you?
Yeah, I mean, bar backing. I knew that it was like a physical grind, but I didn't know how much. I am 107 pounds.
They go put you to work.
Yeah, carrying big buckets of ice up and downstairs. Yeah.
You thought it was gonna be.
I knew it wouldn't be a cakewalk, but good God,
They're gonna break you. Yeah. Got this little black boy, and it's like, oh, we gonna put him to work.
Yeah. So all week I've just been recuperating, and I have another day of work today and tomorrow. 9 hours a day.
Fuck.
Yeah, from 5 to 2.
Fuck. Work. You gotta work. You gotta make you some money, man.
Yeah, man. Exactly. Anything.
God damn it.
Yeah. I was thinking about. Sorry, what?
Good. What you gonna say?
I was thinking about Stevie Wonder recently, and you know how Stevie Wonder, like most of his life, he's been a pretty slim guy.
Yeah.
Even now, he's kind of like slimmed down. But there was a point where he was like, he's gaining that old man weight.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you think
you're wearing moo-moos?
Yeah.
I don't know what age that is.
It's like your metabolism just slows down.
Just put a sheet over it.
Yeah.
Let's just fucking.
Yeah, we know it's there. Just cover it up
with the rubber part around the neck.
Yeah, that's for extra elasticity. Yeah. But do you think he knew he was fat? Do you think he could tell?
Yeah, he could tell.
He couldn't.
Yeah, he could tell.
There were mirrors all around. He couldn't.
No,
see them.
you feel it. You feel it when you're doing it.
True.
You feel it.
True. Yeah.
You know when it don't move the way it used to.
True. Yeah.
He's skinny, that's why you get the moo-moo.
Yeah.
They were like, let's just put a sheet over it.
Well, that must have been someone else's choice because like people were looking at him and like, hey Stevie, let's try this new wardrobe. And he couldn't tell the difference. He couldn't see anything.
Because he was like, hey, this will be faster to get into.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, cool, I don't give a shit, whatever.
This is the new fashion, Stevie.
It's just gold sheet.
Yeah.
Oh no, man. Yeah, because Ray Charles used to do the wrist test, right?
Oh yeah.
That was in the movie. He's like, he used to
yes.
girls who were skinny and fat by how they shook the wrist. And he was like, oh no.
Wow.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. You would think you would like touch the cheek, like touch the face.
Well, no. Sometimes that's deceptive because like people have slim faces but like still kind of round bodies.
Yeah. Able girls do I call them the neck ups.
Oh yeah.
Date naps. Take a picture and it's all their pictures just the neck up. It's like, oh, she don't go to the gym.
Yeah. What are you hiding?
She got the cute neck and then that's it. I don't know. I wanted to get into it. I was wondering wait till these guys got here, but
if they come, we could just get me.
The little black girls that got dissed at Sesame Place.
Should I talk about that?
Yeah, you talk about it.
Okay. Well, I mean, what? So in the news,
you're our resident Muppet guy. So,
Great.
So you speak for all the Muppets in the world, and if I was a dad, I would have just took his head off. I would be like, yo, all right, fucking explain this shit.
Would you? Okay. So Sesame Place, it's a theme park, and they got real people in these costumes dressed as
Come to find,
Muppets.
yeah, it's not even owned by Sesame Street.
No?
No, I thought it was owned by Sesame Street. It's owned by SeaWorld, which is weird.
Oh, that must be a relatively new thing.
Yeah.
Because it used to be, well, I don't know. Because I
I
remember
think
it opened
it'd be
in
owned by Sesame.
Sesame Workshop or something. It opened in 1980, and at the time, there's footage of like Jim Henson cutting the ribbon or whatever, and like Joan Cooney, the woman who created Sesame Street, she was there at the grand opening. So
Jim Henson created it.
No, he created the Muppets, and they hired him and his team to like do the Muppet character.
Oh shit.
But it was a whole other organization. Anyway, so yeah, there was. It must have been owned by them back then, and I'm sure at some point. Yeah, I don't know when, but
SeaWorld.
Yeah, that's crazy, but it makes sense now. It's very commercial. But anyway, so
there's these like infrastructure that you don't even know are owned by people.
Yeah.
You don't even know that there was somebody in charge of like, yeah, let's set this up. You're just like, no, that's a thing that's always been there, and it's a thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
you can see the difference if you track like how Sesame Place used to look, like and how it was run. Like there was just like a very like. It was true to. Well, I don't want to get nerdy about this.
Yeah, do it. Now it just looks dirty. It doesn't look dirty.
It looks too clean now.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking like it's big and bright colored.
I've only been there once.
When were you there?
I was like,
as a kid. So yeah, when it first opened then.
Yeah.
It was nice.
It was I was over it. I was like,
how old were you?
Maybe early teens. Had to be.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You must have been over it.
11, 12.
Yeah, it's not for you.
So I was like, well, I'll pass.
Were there fun roller coasters?
No, everything was small. It felt like.
I'm sure back then. Yeah. I think in the '90s they started to do roller coasters and big shit. Yeah, because when I was born, '99, by then they had already like had a bunch of other like rides and shit.
So I think I was outgrowing it. Sesame Street.
Yeah, naturally. That makes sense.
I was into like guns and shit.
Yeah.
It's too colorful. Punch somebody in the face.
Well, that brings us to the point of our discussion here. So one of the characters, Rosita, the person in the Rosita costume is in the news because she's been ignoring kids.
She's done this before.
Yeah, I guess that there's video footage of like multiple kids being like shunned by this by Rosita.
She's a serial
by this
Muppet racist.
Yeah. But okay, so now this brings me to my point where, excuse me, 1 second. Oh, I thought I had gas. Never mind.
Good job. Let it out right on the podcast.
I would love to.
It's such a put it right here. Put it right on.
Well, it'd be funnier if I did, but it's gone now. Anyway, but yeah. So
I want to get that person's name.
I'm sure it'll come out sooner or later. But like, she's all over the news now. And everybody's like, gunning for her, or whoever's in the costume. But I think it's hard to say for sure whether or not it is like a racial thing, because yes, it's a lot of black and brown kids.
I wanted to show there was a second video where she passed the girls up, but then there was another white girl next to it, and she was like super high fiving her.
Oh, really?
And I was like, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Well,
yeah.
See, I've never seen that video.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
I wanted to put the second one up. I was like, God damn. Like, at least you could argue and be like, all right, maybe she's thought they wanted to get picked up, but nah.
Yeah, because usually, those people in the costumes, when I was a kid, I would want to get a hug from Ernie and Bert, but like, they had to go somewhere. The person
she could have just high-fived.
She could have, or at least waved and said hello or whatever, but
she
did one of these.
I don't deal with you nigglets.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
that's you can't do that.
I remember in 2004, they have that parade they do every day. And,
Muppet parade. Are they Muppets? They're Muppet.
Yeah, Muppets. They're Sesame Street Muppets, But anyway, in 2004, one day, my brother and I were there, and he wanted to hug Big Bird, my brother did. Yeah. But they had to keep the parade moving, so Big Bird, like, shoved him off, you know what I mean? So, like...
Yeah, they did. Did you see the one where the guy pushed the kid over and knocked the kid out? I was like, you're going to get your ass beat. She was a little kid. It wasn't even like, it was like, she could have...
So, it's because of stories like that I think, that's just how it goes. But
so you get a montage of kids getting pushed over by Muppets.
Yeah. Because you gotta remember, these are just real people in these costumes. They're probably hot.
They're not the Muppets.
Yeah, they're not.
You see the Muppet, but there's really just a
dude.
A person that hates their job.
Probably a smoker.
Trying
to make a paycheck,
Just want to get a hit, in the middle of Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm never gonna. I can't go back after this. You know what I mean? I thought maybe there was a chance I might be able to go back to that job, but I'm probably not gonna. I'm probably gonna get axed after this, man.
Are they gonna see this?
No, no one gives a shit. No one knows where Tao has been.
10 more years. Like, did you see Tao on the People's Mind podcast?
You hear what he said about Sesame Place? You can't put that information out. Big Bird shoved your brother. That's supposed to be under wraps.
I don't know, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing that happened this week.
Yeah, man. The news there.
Besides Joe Biden getting cancer.
Cancer?
Not cancer. He said he had cancer by accident, but he meant to say he had COVID.
Okay. So what you're saying is he's got mental issues.
He's got
problems.
He's finished.
He's
finished. And
he's got the suds.
And everybody's retiring before he dies. Like Fauci. So yeah, after this I'm done. I'm out because he doesn't. You know, I don't do politics. I don't do politics shit. But
you think Joe Biden's gonna die in office?
I think so.
I
my money
so.
is on. I don't see 2 more years of him.
No.
Either dying in office or they're gonna be like, you know what, we're gonna have to.
Yeah, you can't do this anymore.
We can't. He's just gonna start drooling, and you know.
Well, the reason why I ask is because I don't know. My brother told me about this, and I read the article he got it from, but I haven't read it in like 2 years. But there was this like Native American prophecy that every president that was elected in office in a year ending in 0 will die in office, and so far that's been the case. And I can't go back in my mental
history. Every president who
has been elected in a year ending in 0 will die in office. Joe Biden was elected in 2020. He will probably die in office.
Who was the other president that was elected in 0?
Was JFK elected in 1960?
Was he?
I don't know. He died in 63. That was before the end of his term.
That's crazy.
I don't know. There's probably plenty others that I'm sure.
He's definitely.
I'm pretty sure it tracks.
He's definitely gonna tap out in the next 2 years. Next 2 years are gonna be wild.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't predict it, but between wars, a possible black female president.
Yeah. There's so much shit that's just changing. The world is changing, my guy.
Yeah.
It's crazy because, like, you know,
aliens, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, 2 more years. You got 2 more. You can pop up 2 more years.
That's generous.
Come on. I don't know. I don't know.
I think I was gonna say something about. Oh yeah. New Hollywood. New Hollywood is now old Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Like what was considered New Hollywood was like the Nicholson era, and all like the guys from like the '60s.
I don't even recognize. It's all new people.
Yeah.
I was looking through Netflix, and I was looking like through the pandemic. I was like, I feel like they got rid of a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right.
People either died, got canceled, retired, or whatever.
So like a lot of people, and then what we're watching now is not even like celebrity. It's like it's more social media people. It's like social media people and cartoons is what's hot on Netflix. I don't know what's hot on Netflix, but it's not.
It seems like more of a free-for-all than it used to be.
Yeah.
It's like just a lot of people who are
And
good at what they
movies.
do. A lot of foreign movies.
A lot of foreign movies.
I guess because it's just like there's so much more opportunity to make independent shit.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Then they're trying to push like those what is that place called? South America? That place. Like the Brazilian movies.
Oh yeah.
Like they're good. They could be good, but the rhythm is off. You know what I mean?
Like which movies?
There's a bunch of them that came out. The one about the stripper. There's one about the stripper guy, and he was framed for a murder.
I'm not familiar, but
I forget what they're called. The one that was really Top Boy. Top Boy was pretty good. The English one.
Not seen it.
It was about the drug dealers, but in England or London. It was alright. But
sounds interesting.
It was like it could be good, but it's just you know it needs work. It needs a budget.
Yeah.
Like they got a budget from Idris Elba, and the second season was a little better. But they're pushing a lot of foreign shit.
Yeah. I wanna bring back those Gonzo movies, man. Like the crazy like have you heard of Babylon?
No.
Yeah. It was a movie from 1980, and it was made in England. and it was about like relations between Jamaicans and native British people at the time in England, and it was banned in America for 40 years because they thought it was going to incite a race riot.
Right, I will watch that.
Yeah, it's a great fucking movie, and there's a lot of like reggae music in it and stuff. It's fucking phenomenal.
What year was that?
1980, and it came out in America in 2019.
So you gotta say it like Babylon.
Exactly.
It's Babylon.
Babylon.
Babylon. You gotta- All right. Fucking Jimmy, that's the only accent I got. Babylon.
There you go.
That's the name of the episode. Good job.
Babylon.
Right on the
Where?
that's what she-
Oh, I see. What is that for?
That's for the lineup for tonight.
Oh, why is that for a
For the
fish?
show. I don't know.
There you go.
Babylon. I didn't watch any. I just been watching a lot of comedy, a lot of specials. So the Bill Burr special.
Oh yeah.
I like the contrast between watching, because I watched Bill Burr special and I watched Dave Chappelle special. I was watching. I watched The Closer again.
Okay.
Just because on the one he did about school names,
Yeah.
I watched that.
What do you think of that one?
And then it was good. It was just him telling the story about why not to put his name on the thing.
Yeah.
And then, but then he was like, if you haven't seen The Closer, it's the greatest piece of work of art that has ever been made by a comedian ever. I was like, I saw it.
It's
But,
good.
It's good. Like
Relax,
like,
man.
Yeah, we're fucking. He's so cocky.
Yeah.
God. I mean, deservedly so. But I didn't like the part of it. Like he bombed the two jokes. Like, I wasn't feeling them. The
first two.
The Jews in space and the
Clifford
Clifford the Big. You could tell the audience was like, all right, but it wasn't like they weren't like the rhythm was off, you know. So I was like, it's not the greatest. Like the buckshot when the drug dealer, the drug addict sneaking into his house. I think that was one of his better ones.
Which joke is this?
When he bought the gun.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Gun violence.
Yeah,
He bought the gun. He had to shoot the guy. He was like, he had to load the gun with the buckshots and bird shots.
That's from the previous one.
Yeah, that was it. The one before that. Those two were his.
Always.
Whatever he does now, like old Chappelle is the shit. Like
Yeah.
any older comedian
Yeah.
gets that raspy, angry voice and,
Yeah.
and just throws away jokes and just tells
Yeah.
the truth without. Those are my favorite. Like
Carlin.
Yeah.
I was watching a documentary about Carlin today, actually.
Yeah,
Like,
you saw the documentary.
yeah,
That's pretty good.
It was great,
Yeah,
and like watching his evolution,
Hell yeah.
and hearing him go from like, you know, that like suit and tie, very like prim and
Absolutely.
proper guy,
Yeah.
to this like
To not give a
curmudgeon,
shit.
like
Absolutely.
fuck the
As soon
world,
as you
fuck
have-
everything.
don't give a shit,
Yeah.
and then just that's because it's pain and it's real. And
Yeah.
it's fucking. That's what you want to
Got
get.
real stories to tell.
Yeah. I like once in a blue moon, I get in that lane. And it feels good.
Yeah.
It feels good just to be fucking honest.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's you know, and not give a shit.
Yeah.
It's a good wave. Like, I hope Tommy Davidson gets more shine because he was the one that he did a documentary where he talked about what comedy felt like, and it was just like once you ride the wave of comedy, you get those laughs and you get the rhythm.
Yeah.
That's true comedy. And he just closed his eyes and it was like
Everyone's
felt
with
it.
you.
Everyone's with you.
Yeah.
They laugh, and you hit the wave, hit the next wave. That's mastery, man. That's what you want to get to.
What documentary is that?
I don't know, one of the old. You look up Tommy Davidson, one of the old documentaries from the '90s, maybe. I'm not. I have information, but I don't know where I got it from. A lot of guys can pull it up and be like, yeah, that's from that 1962. Nah, I got stuff. My memory, I got dementia memory. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. That did happen.
Yeah.
You got to.
Was it a dream?
Yeah, I need you here to shake it out. Like Jim, you remember? Come on. It's like a ding ding ding. Oh, I remember. Yeah, that did happen.
One of my best.
But yeah, that was dope. But I saw the contrast between always because I watched Bill Burr and I watched Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
And Bill Burr just comes out like white comics. They don't come out to music.
No.
There's no they don't set the energy. They just come out, hey guys, so what we're talking about, and they'll do an hour. They're just, you know, but Dave will come up to drums and rhythm, and they have a singer, and then, like, I was watching old. I was watching the old Richard Pryor. We was talking about he had Patti LaBelle open.
Oh wow. Which special was that?
The Sunset Beach.
I haven't seen that.
I just started. So I'm watching fucking everything over and over again.
Yeah.
Like they come out to music. They come out to shit, and white comics don't. It's so.
Why that is.
And their shows, just how they do shows. It's just hey, ready for your next comic and ba. You know?
What do you prefer? What do you think is better?
I like a show, man. I like music. I think music sets the energy, because when you play music before the show, you can see the audience getting into it. They're like, oh yeah, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, white. I mean, I'm not saying white audience, but just a plain audience. You're just sitting there. All right.
You're just there for the news.
It's like theater, you know, instead of like a performance. Like it's an
experience.
An experience.
Yeah.
It's definitely different. I don't know
I see.
why that is. Because when I started playing music, I've always played music in my shows. They was like, oh, you have music? Like when they come and they're like, you have music at our mic? It's an open mic and you have music? And then now everybody's doing music. So, I don't know, man.
It's a good device. Music is good.
Absolutely. I'll say because it changes the energy. That's just boring. You're just sitting there for hours, just like, oh, okay, just looking at each other. And here's my notes and do my jokes. And all right, go to the next one. That's why I won't do it. I was like, if you're not trying to make this to a show, I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
This is boring.
Makes sense. I watched the Bill Burr special, and I watched the acceptance speech, the Dave Chappelle thing, and
is that the name of it?
No, I don't know what it's called. It's something about. I don't know. But I just know that it's a speech. He's there to accept something.
They were naming the school after.
Yeah, that. And
what's the name or something?
Yeah, something like that. And he's very humble where he needs to be. And I think, and also like I personally also don't like there's sort of an arrogance about his, what do you call it? Just his constant like self-sucking. However, now that I think about it and hearing myself talk about it,
what's in there.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I wonder if that's a bit, because like every time he says it, it gets a laugh, and he's not. I mean,
it's one of those things that he knows is gonna laugh.
Yeah.
Like the higher you get, you know you're in pocket.
Yeah.
Like,
and he says it a lot, and I'm sure he means it to a degree. He knows he's good.
Yeah.
But then again, I wonder if he really like and yeah, the whole thing of like I challenge any comedian like that is straight up just arrogance.
But then I was watching his I don't know what it's called, the Will Smith, when Will Smith was doing his bucket list. He has a bucket list show where he did stand up for the first time. He was with Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
And Dave was in the car. I forgot what he said. I don't want to fuck this up. Yeah. They were talking about Eddie Murphy. And Dave was like, yeah, he's the greatest. He's so funny. I wish I could be that funny. But you felt it. And you saw a picture where you just looked off, and you felt it. You felt that there's a guy above him. You know, and everybody. I mean, it's dope. It's dope to see that respect.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he knows he's great, but he knows
that there are people.
There's levels.
Yeah.
There's other levels.
Yeah.
You know,
and humility is important in any.
Yeah. You saw that truth where you just looked off in the car window. You're just like, fuck. There is an Eddie Murphy still in the world.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure.
That's crazy.
As a kid, I used to think that anybody that was funny was a stand-up comic. I thought like any person in the world that was so like on In Living Color. I watched a lot of that as a kid, and like everybody that was on that show, I think most of them did stand-up. You know, and I assumed that because of that like. I used to look up on YouTube, I would try to find like Frank Oz stand-up comedy. Because Frank Oz is a funny guy. So I just assumed he was a stand-up comic, but he's not. Frank Oz.
It's just Oz. No, I did watch Living. I didn't get into Mad TV. I did watch Living Color, of course. You grew up on that shit.
Yeah.
I grew up on all those 80s, 90s movies.
Uh-huh.
I didn't I didn't. It wasn't until I got to college, I think, until the magic of comedy was broken down. You know, it was always something that was untangible. It was like if they were on stage, they were magicians.
I see.
You know, it was magical to do that thing to make people laugh, and it was almost like taboo to think that you could do that. You know, but then until you go to a performance and you see it, like I went to college and then like we were, I was like, yeah, but I'm gonna produce shows and produce comedy shows and shit, and I was like, oh, it's something that you evolve into, like, you know, like you train to do, and you can do it.
Comedy is like, it's for the people. That's what it is people just being themselves.
Absolutely.
And making that funny.
Absolutely.
Anybody can do it if they know, how to tap into their humanity in a relatable way to the rest of the audience.
Like my intro was Def Comedy Jam. Like we used to watch that in college all the time, and then those guys started coming to our college, and then doing shows, and it was like, oh man, this is a thing that we can be a part of.
Hell yeah!
You know,
that's awesome.
It was dope.
Who came to your college?
Shit, of course, Talent and those guys.
Yeah.
Some of the radio guys, like my first, I started doing comedy shows pretty fast when I was in college. I think the first month I was in college, I met a couple of radio guys from the radio station, and I had to do like it's like a part of the program board. You know that the organization does all the events on campus.
Oh yeah.
So there's always that thing. I was like, I want to be a part of that. And I was like, yeah, just fucking set the table, set up the food, and then started meeting them. And they was like, hey, then you want to run the show? And then I just started running shows and shit. I was like, I want to run everything. I don't do everything I can now. I got the bug, and I was like, well. And then I joined the fraternity, and then I was a guy, and then the frats were like, oh yeah, this is the guy. He likes to be involved in shit.
Yeah.
So all the frats were like, oh, we need him. And all the frats were like, yeah, he's gonna join our frat.
And you were just game for it.
I was like Nick Cannon in Drumline. I was the kid. I was like, I'm gonna be a part of this shit. I'm the guy. I was running track.
Jesus, but you're doing everything.
Yeah, I was doing as much as I could because I came in with a track scholarship, and so it's kind of So yeah, I was just involved. I was like, the top, I just get involved, just do as much as I could.
Yeah, it's good advice too. Just like whenever if you're just starting out in something, you should just see in any way that you can get involved.
Absolutely, just get involved, learn it, and my mother always told me, learn it, do it, teach it. You know, that's the rhythm. You learn how to do it, you do it, and then you teach it to somebody else, and then you learn something else.
Share the wealth. Damn, yeah.
That's what I try to do. Always reach 10 books. 10 books on any subject. And then you learn it, you do it, and you teach it.
Good shit, yeah. Let's write that down.
Learn it, do it, teach it. That's the name of this episode. You at least learn something. I want to talk about life.
What about life?
No, fucking life. Life is weird.
In what way?
What's on your mind there, Jimmy?
Oh, that took you by surprise?
It's like I didn't expect that. What are you talking about? No, nothing. Just trying to grow. Trying to figure out my lane in this comedy shit. That's all.
Are you satisfied with where you're at?
No, I'm never satisfied. I'm never satisfied. I always want to do more. I want to do as much as I can, and that's it. And do more.
Yeah.
So it's always more. Until this thing doesn't work anymore. It's like, what else can you do?
Yeah.
What else? I got the what is his name? The Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. What's his name? Barnum?
Yeah.
P.T. Barnum. I got the P.T. Barnum book. Where I just want to always do more, and it's always a circus. It's always a circus, it was like, I want to do something dope. There.
Oh wow, nice.
You want me to get that? You want to talk? Can you just yell until I go get it? All right.
I'll be the guy.
Yeah,
All right.
you'll be the guy. Tyler's the guy.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'm going to. Oh, here we go. I'm going to do my impression of what it sounds like when a room full of people are smiling at the same time. It sounds like this. And that's that. Hey, was that enough time, Phil?
That was enough time.
Wonderful.
What'd you say?
I did my impression of what it sounds like when a room full of people smiles at the same time. You want to hear it again? Here it goes.
We got one. Yeah, have a seat. Just grab a seat. Right on time. The one and only Chris Railz.
I'll say back. Hey, mic check. Okay, cool. Y'all running kind of late.
You can drop the mic.
You good? I can drop the mic and walk. Yeah, I'm fucking sweating over here, man. Am I allowed to curse? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Is the camera moving?
The camera is not moving. You should slide in some more. Towards us.
There you go.
There you go. That's gonna look terrible on camera.
I already look terrible on camera.
Yeah,
so there we go.
How you been? You alright?
Man, I was running here, man. I'm late.
Do you
anyway.
run? You don't run.
Shit, I
What
can't
did you run?
I can't even get to work on time. What you think I'm getting stuff off?
Do you do the big guy run where your arms just move?
I do that last minute run across the street like when the light's about to turn red.
You think you're moving
Yeah,
fast?
yeah, I
but
act like I'm moving. Yeah. Just a slow motion run.
The arms are fast,
Yeah.
but nothing's really moving.
That's really moving, man. Yeah, that's it, man. I was on a fucking train. This kid was coughing the whole time. I'm like, yo,
Everybody's coughing.
No, but the kids,
Everybody's-
they're always coughing.
Everybody got the snifflies and coughs.
Yeah, just cover your mouth.
No,
Just stop.
I like it. I like
Yo,
it.
the fucking bottles rolling all over the
Talking about
train.
Joe Biden. Joe Biden's got COVID.
Joe Biden has COVID?
Yeah.
I voted for Trump. Yeah, like I was saying, I mean, listen, the COVID is going to be around forever. It's the new flu. It's the new STD. Well, it's not sexually transmitted, but I'm just saying it's around like herpes forever. Or, you know, it's going to be out seasonal. People's getting it like the cold. It is what it is. I mean, a lot of people I know got COVID now. Fortunately, I wasn't around, but they didn't have no symptoms. They just tested positive and shit. I mean, it is. Fuck it.
That's it.
You think this is the second wave?
No, I don't even care anymore. I didn't care from the top, but I really don't care.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I got double boosted and double vaxxed. I was like, I need Chris to make a drop off of this song, off of his.
Oh yeah,
I was like, somebody needs to make a. I don't know how to. He's like, I got double boosted, I got double vaxxed. I was like, oh, that's a drop, that's a bar.
Yeah, 'cause the vaccine called out for them. So what you got getting now? The monkeypox? shot?
No, it's a new one. It's in Africa, Ghana. Two people died. The Marapagas.
The fuck is that?
That's the end of the world,
Nobody
man.
knows.
Fuck
Nobody. They were. Remember when Ebola was about to be a thing?
Yeah, what? Yeah. They tried to sell
For a
bombs
hot
out.
minute,
Yeah.
everybody's looking at each other like, "You got Ebola?"
Yeah.
They don't want to touch all the trains, and they're like, "They almost had it."
Where were you when it was?
I remember that Ebola shit. They said the guys insides melted and shit.
Yeah,
So it's like, damn.
one black guy died, and one doctor lived.
Of course, every movie the black guy dies.
The black guy died. The black guy died.
It's the end of the world, man. It's a fucking heat wave in New York. You got the monkeypox. Somebody
Nice.
fucked the monkey. Then you got this going on. The COVID. I mean, it's just that. Where's the earthquake at? That's what I'm waiting for.
What earthquake?
I want
Is
an
it
earthquake
in New York?
Yeah, it's gonna be an earthquake in New York.
Nah, it's not gonna be an earthquake.
The History Channel 4 months ago re-released the documentary, season 2, episode 8 of What If type of series, showing what would happen if an earthquake hit New York. And it's not
I used to watch.
And that happened back in they
When
shot
the
that.
wave comes, the big wave.
No, that's after that. That's gonna clean up the mess. But they had released this like in the early 2000s, and they re-released it 4 months ago. So usually I say, hey man, it might be on something.
Earthquake.
Yeah.
Everybody would be buried. If that happens, we are fucked. We're also trapped. We're on a fucking island.
No, I live in the Bronx.
All you gotta do is run east or west, right?
No, you have to get out of New York. You have to get out of the
You
fucking
run
island.
east or west. You get on a boat and go up or down.
They
Do
say
it
the
before
best.
all the shit
go
happens.
down.
Before all the shit happens, man.
One key point of the documentary says the safest place to be in an earthquake is underground.
Really?
Yeah. So they said if you're in the subway,
I feel like that's the
deep down,
worst.
because everything's happening above you, or
So
the
everything's
vibration.
low?
It's like you're in it. Yeah, you're underneath.
So go down.
Yeah.
Go get under.
You gotta go down. It's like when your bitch is acting up and she's talking out of mouth. You gotta go down.
Depends on how heavy
You gotta go down.
the earthquake is, right? Can't you just sit between a door? Sit in the door?
The fuck, you gonna stand like this?
Yeah.
No.
Isn't that what they say?
Jimmy's gonna be at the
school,
gym when it's
yeah.
earthquake. Like, hey, he's gonna be dropping the weights.
Get in between a metal door or something.
Man, I just know
And then get crushed.
I'll be alright, man. I'll be late as always. I won't even make it to the earthquake. So I won't have to worry about that. But that's good to check that out. Earthquake in New York. Not to scare you, but if it happens, like a lot of buildings built earthquake proof.
I think New York is going to be okay.
Cause we got a fault.
What's the last time?
Yeah. What? We got a fault on 125th Street and a fault. Yeah, we got the fault, the 125th Street fault. It's a fault line. The two of the plates are rubbing against each other.
Really?
Yeah, that's why you ever took the one train and then you leave 116 and it goes
Always the
above
trains
ground.
and trees.
It
Always
goes
the
above
trains.
ground and it goes back underground 137, but it never.
What would you have done if you didn't become a train guy?
I probably would have been a serial killer.
If
I think
trains didn't save your life.
I think nah. At least I'm on live television with about
Do you
100
build railroads at home? Are you that guy?
Yeah, I built it out of Legos.
Really?
Nah, I don't got no fucking Legos.
No.
I don't do that shit, but I do got a train simulator.
Do you?
Yeah.
I used to be in the trains when I was a kid. I
What
used to
is-
get like.
What is the fascination with trains?
I don't know, man. It's probably
He just works for the train. He's a real
rail
guy.
No,
No, that's dope.
He did the MTA joke that time about the booth and shit. Him, this guy. I was there when you did the joke about the people in the booth are worthless.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're getting rid of them. They're getting rid of them.
They're going to.
Yeah.
I got a test coming out. They get rid of them. They take the
They're
test.
finished. They're finished. There's nothing a robot can't do. They
Well,
never get out the
Oh,
booth.
yo, robots, man. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, shit. Most trains in the Bronx, unless it's where they need to get a quota, they just let people go anyway. They should make the trains free.
They don't care about this.
Yeah, they should make them free.
Until they start
Yeah.
jumping the tracks and they go, oh, we don't have enough money to take care of
Before
it.
I said they should sell them to the companies. They should have each train station sponsored by a company, right? Like the Sprint 149th Street train station. That'd be dope.
They do that already. They got that
Times Square. I know like Apple does the thing on
Chuck,
Times Square, but
now one of them they do have a sponsor. Like, all right, Yankee Stadium pays for their name to be on the six.
yeah, they should do that and make it free.
Yeah.
Adjust the camera. Did
Who the fuck else?
Oh,
I don't
you
know.
cutting him off? Good, do it.
Oh no, he ain't cutting me off, man. I don't need to be seen, man.
No,
Do it. Fix
Bothering
it. Fix
my
it.
eyes.
Fix it.
Yeah, that's the only place I can think of that they actually got their sponsor on the station, Yankee Stadium. What City Phil didn't pay, City Corp didn't pay the MCA to get that shit off, so that's why it's called Willard's Point, whatever, Mets. I think the Mets paid. This is not good. I ain't get it. I'm off for work today. Yeah, man, you know, it's. I just got my phone like 2 days ago. I had a broken screen since like that show. Yeah. I got a new phone, man. But that whole week was terrible because I didn't know how to get around. I didn't know how to like adapt to society. Like I was running late to work, and I tried to order Uber, but I couldn't. You know, and then I had to wave a cab down, and they all passed me by because everybody in the cab was actually in the Uber. And I'm like, I hope the bus is coming when I walk down this corner, and I hope the train is there. I can't call my supervisor to tell him I'm late. Like,
Isn't that weird?
and so it was like, yo, I was like this in the middle of 149th by Lincoln Hospital, like, somebody stop. Like, I don't care what car it is. I don't give a fuck if it's a cop
People don't
car.
remember how they used to live without
Yes.
phones, without cell phones.
Everything is with phones. You can order foods, you can order sex off the back page, you can
It's
order
the closest
everything.
thing to magic that we have.
I think your touch screens is magic.
Text or magic.
I don't understand how that touch screen shit work, but that's not magic.
Hey, half of the shit, if you had to try to figure out, you couldn't do it. You couldn't.
Nah.
Hey, how does this work? How does the microphone? How do you get the sound to go to the speaker? How does that work?
You go on YouTube and say, how to lose my virginity.
Yeah. Well, you can just pay Rita to do it, and Rita will come over through your phone. You can actually buy a woman on your phone.
And that's magic.
Yeah, that's magic. That's how you get rid of your virginity. You say, hey Siri, can you send me a prostitute?
How you feel about the workouts on the phone, those online workouts?
I gotta get better with mine. I look at it, I'm like,
You actually do that shit.
I haven't posted anything yet. I missed the wave of it.
Okay.
And my insecurity is because my legs suck. Like I had injuries to my legs, so I don't like the way I look when I do certain shit.
Yeah.
So it's like I could do a pull up, make a pull up look good, but women want butts and all that shit. And I was like, I could tell you how to do it. Like my clients be like, because when you're training somebody, they want to see you do it first.
Yeah.
And usually my shit hurts. My hips hurt, my knees hurt, but everything hurts.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to demonstrate this shit. Like you gotta hold face and just fucking do it. So, but I'm not good. It doesn't, you know, I don't like the way I look. That's what I don't do.
So, self-shaming, man.
Yeah, self-shaming.
You gonna bleach your skin and look like Mr.
Like
Clean?
I'm strong as shit, but you know, I'd rather do a fitness podcast and you know.
Yo, listen, these fat motherfuckers can walk around like it's none of you damn sure can too, man. You fake. When I turn 50 like you, I'm gonna look just like you.
I'm not 50 yet. I got 5 more years, and I'm going backwards. Like I see, like, and people watch me in the gym when I'm working out. Like I just got used to doing like squats and shit like that in the gym, cause I see the way it look. You know, I don't like how it feels. So it feels like it looks weird, but it probably just looks fine. You know.
Oh, cause you can't do that in certain gyms with. So,
yeah. But you gotta, because people watch you, you have to be careful of what you let them see. Because then they'll see and be like, oh, I'll do it like that. And be like, don't do it like me.
You know what it means when I go in the gym, I'm always like the fat fuck did, but then, you know, they're like, damn, everybody's looking at me like, I don't give a fuck.
It doesn't matter. Everybody's at a different level and has different shit going on.
Well, if you go to the same gym for 2 years and you still a fat fuck, they're like, this guy's...
No, it's not what you're doing. It's just you need a different plan.
Yeah.
You know, if you readjust your plan, you can ask somebody, be like, yo, what is your plan like? And I'll show you the plan.
I know you know, man. I was at Crunch like a couple of years back, and I won like $1,000. They had the biggest loser contest, and I lost like 60 pounds in 6 months. But it was just, I only been to the gym twice. Yeah. And all you had to do was go once. And the lady was so upset because she was in there every day. It was an older lady, like Jamaican lady, but black, like 51, just working every day. You know how I lost the 60 pounds? Cigarettes and heartbreak and drinking 1 cup of coffee.
You lost the weight, but you still got
cigarette, heartbreak, and coffee diet.
It's not healthy.
It was not healthy.
You can lose the weight, but just, like I tell women, like women want to be skinny but they lose the fat before they build the muscle. You know, the muscle is the foundation. You know, you got to do both. You got to build muscle as you losing fat.
Yeah, you got to do that. I got to do everything, man. Because look, I got cardio in. I do a lot of cardio, man. I eat once a day.
But you got to build muscle.
Yeah,
you got to build muscle. You need it's everything. It's strength training. It's cardio. It's sleep. It's your diet. Those are the 4 ties.
You know what it is about New York? It's like people want to get so strong, but then they say, hey, you know, I can get a gun off the market for like $200, or I can have a knife for $1 million.
I did see a guy selling it. It was the best street salesman. I was on a train. There was a guy with just bags and shit. He was just looking tough. And then, you know, they get ready to say the speech. He was like, say, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I got batons. I got tasers. I got knives. I got bullets if you need them. I was like, what is happening right now? He's like, ladies, you need to stay safe.
Yo, he got the
everybody was like, okay.
He got the phone case that's a taser. Like, hey, bitch, let me get your phone. I just wanted your number.
I want to start a company called Bronx Tactical.
Yo, that guy,
he's dope.
He gave me his number, right? Because I bought like a little fucking taser. Tasers is legal now. But I had like I bought a pen taser for my sister, right? And
what's that worth?
$40.
Really?
So he gave me his number.
Did you try it?
I shot myself accidentally on the way home because I got in the Uber.
But it was like a shot. Is it going to stop you from doing something?
It's very
It's going to stop somebody.
I think if you
hold it to the person, they'll hold. Yeah. You fucking
stab their eye out, baby, with the fucking.
It was a pen. It was a
pen.
But it wasn't an actual pen. Like it looked like it was supposed to be a pen. But it never. It was just a taser on the other side.
I saw a girl get tased outside of a party. We were flirting all night outside of a club. And she had a fight. She got tased in the face. I was like, oh man, you were so cute until you lost that fight. Ever seen somebody lose a fight? She was on the floor getting tased in circles. It's like, oh man, this sucks.
Yeah, that tased. Yeah.
They even cut you.
No, I was thinking about that. That's fucked up. They got a stunt gun that the guy has a video on that you shoot and it hits them on the neck and it lasts for like 20 seconds or 30 seconds and they'll be on the ground. The guy was like. He said, listen, I want you to aim at me, shoot at me, but do not pull it off of me. Just lay the gun on the ground and let me do the 20 seconds so I can demonstrate. And the motherfucker actually was on the ground for like 30 seconds and shit. He was out of breath. Yeah. So as you can see, this model here, the 8223 Taser, it actually works. The stunt gun. Get it into one gun. I said, this motherfucker don't even work for the company. This is a good salesman. Like, Like that's good. That's good marketing, man.
He's twitching.
You can show me how good a knife works, so you can stab yourself in the arm.
Twitching Tim over here. Yeah, twitching Tim.
This was great. This is a wonderful
Just
demonstration.
walking around twitching.
As you can see, it works.
Yeah, that's the shit, man. This is the world we live in, man. This is a fucked up place to be. You can't lie, man.
This is just the 80s. This just feels like the 80s.
The 80s with technology?
Yeah, just the 80s with technology. Yeah. Everybody, your head's on a swivel. It's New York. You don't know if you're going to get stabbed.
You can't fall asleep on a train. You can't fall asleep nowhere.
I still sleep. I sleep good in chaos. So,
okay.
yeah. I love this shit. This is, nobody fucks with me. Nobody's, I nap in increments, so between the stops.
I know what you're talking about.
I nap in the stop when the door's open. I make sure there's no crazy
you
people
look
on the
around.
train. Do the look around, go back to sleep. Train stops, look around, crazy. Oh, this crazy guy. Oh, we're gonna hold off.
Once you hear that door open, walking for Carter,
Look up, test the air.
When the train comes to a stop, you're like,
excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, excuse me. What do you have to say? Okay, back to sleep. That's how we sleep in New York.
You're right, man.
You don't sleep, you just close with one eye open, baby.
We got New Yorkers mixed with a lot of non-New Yorkers. And you from New York, right? Born and raised?
Yeah, well, yeah, half and half. I was born here,
yeah,
and most of my formative years were here, like 11 to now. I've been here.
Okay.
Yeah,
so, but you got people that just came in like a month ago, 2 years ago, whatever, and they think they're New Yorkers, but they're not really.
Yeah. Put a New York nap on there. That's a New York nap.
New York nap. That's a whole other type of nap.
Shit, what the fuck was I gonna say? Damn, I think I lost it.
I hate that feeling, man. Don't you hate you think about this shit the whole day?
More and more.
Yeah, you start hating yourself. Like I feel bad when I wake up and I forget my dream.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
I try to write them down as soon as
I got no message today. I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
I'm having some weird dreams lately.
I had a dream about cats today.
Was it profound?
I gotta look up what a blue cat means and a red cat. I don't know what the fuck. I had a dream. Yeah, it might mean something. Like I had a dream about a spider. Back and I looked it up, and spiders. I think it's a purple spider represents love, or a good woman coming to you, a good love partner, whatever. And brown spider means fortune. You gotta look it up. Spiders have meaning. Every dream has a meaning.
What kind of spider was it in your dream?
It was a brown and a gold. Brown and gold. But I did hit a scratch off a couple of days later. I won like $5. $5 on the scratch off. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's funny how a lot of spiritual shit be going on. You gotta get in tap with it. But also I'm a comedian and I'm also a very dark person. And that takes a lot out of you. Being a comedian takes a lot out. Because you gotta dig deep into real shit that you went through in life and make people laugh at it.
You always get to keep your head on a swivel at what's coming, what's happening. That's the best part. Like I like waking up early and listening to the news and seeing what's going on in the world because the news changes throughout the day.
They talk about the fuck now, the heat wave.
The
heat wave and
Beazell, they got attacked by a protester, the guy running for governor or some shit.
Oh no.
And you see the white lady, she gave him a couple of punches in the face when he was going down to the ground.
I want them to stop talking about January 6th like we still care.
Oh yeah, that shit, that right there, man. I'm tired of it.
They're still pumping the January 6th shit.
While they're investigating it?
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're investigating. I was like, no, you fucked up already.
Yeah, we know what happened.
Yeah, we saw what happened. You've been fucked up, and he's probably going to be president again.
See, I'm not... Alright, like I said, I don't got no problems with Trump too much. I don't mean to like ruffle. I don't like to get into politics too much, but the reason why they fuck with him because he's not a politician. Yeah. Put him on the side. All the shit. Yeah, I think everybody's racist here. But Joe Biden's racist too. But Trump is like a businessman, and he's like fucking doing a lot of grimy business, gangster shit.
Also a cartoon.
It's fucking with the politics.
He's a character.
Yeah, it's fucking with the politics. Like
he's Joe Biden isn't good for entertainment. Like he's boring.
Just sad to look at.
What's the shit that they said? Some chick said he reached and grabbed the neck or some shit.
Yeah, they try to find something, but he's like, he is the buffer to us not getting too angry. It was like if you get too angry, you're like, oh no, Grandpa's sleeping. Relax, and you're like, no, you're gonna anger Grandpa. Grandpa. For another 2 years, and then
they try to say that shit, but that motherfucker might have a flashback and had like old times and think he's 22 again and reach out and break whatever. He might get your mind is very powerful. What if you think he's 25? You might actually think.
No, we were talking about this earlier. He was like, you think he's gonna make it to another 2 years? Think he's gonna?
Yeah, they gonna keep him alive because the last thing they want is Kamala Harris as president.
No, she's gonna be president.
Well, they might.
She'll be president for like a year, and then Trump will be
Yeah, I
back.
don't mean to say that because that's the move. Because they want to have. No offense to the woman, I think politics is
I mean,
politics.
she's not gonna win an
I
election.
don't like her personally, and some people.
I do want to see
A black
her-
vice president?
I want a black female president,
Just to see what it's
a
like.
black female wartime president,
Oh,
just to see,
how it'll go.
just to I want her to get that and just to be dope as shit because I know that people rally around. Like I think she'll rally people around better than Trump.
I mean,
Wartime.
nah,
Yeah, we're going to war for
But see, that's the trap though, because then if she whatever decision she makes, for a long time people are going to be behind whatever she says.
No, yeah, you can't argue her.
And that's dangerous because you might
I don't know.
she might say whatever the
I
fuck
just
she
want her to
says.
be dope as shit.
She's gonna be dope, man.
Huh?
She's a piece of shit. Let me
Nah,
tell you about
stop
this.
it.
Listen,
You know-
I'm
you
not
know-
with the wave, man. I'm not with the wave because
there's-
she did not claim she was black until she started running for fucking president. Her name was she was going by her Indian name. Her Indian traits. She's part Jamaican and Indian.
Yeah,
she never dated a
funny.
black guy.
Yeah.
The closest she got to black was
Montel
Montel
Williams.
Williams, and Montel Williams dates white women.
Well, he's black.
All right, but that's like the
It
Wayne
doesn't
Brady
matter.
talk shows.
He's the shit.
Listen, Montel's like one of the
Montel's
white
Why
shit.
is he
shit.
the shit? Because he did that one song.
Why? Because he got the same
You
haircut as
think,
him?
you think about different Montel.
Montel
Jordan. So, Jordan, you fucking child.
Montel
Who's
Jordan.
dated Montel
Nah,
Jordan?
But I don't think she's gonna be too good, man.
Montel's?
And if I do the research into politics,
I want to give it the benefit of the doubt, but yeah.
She was good. What she's the AG out and
Who
Attorney
knows?
General out in
I
LA.
don't know
She's
where she
peace.
came from.
Listen, man, I'm voting for Kanye. When Kanye hit that ticket again, it's gonna be Kanye and Pete Davidson.
Nobody.
Oh.
After they know that there's nobody that can run this country. There's nobody. There's no solid person
They've made
that hasn't been affected by social media.
They're gonna
that
do
hasn't.
Cuomo's gonna probably run.
No, there's nobody. Because everybody has to be a celebrity or a cartoon from this point out. Like
Yeah.
there's no stand-up person who knows the law, who's good at it,
Yeah.
and is just a stand-up individual. There's nobody.
They're fucked up
There's
people.
no person.
They've already,
You
like,
have to
made it
you have to top the craziest person. So you have to be a
Crazier
certain
than
amount of
Trump.
crazy to. You have to be crazier than Trump. You can't go backwards and just be because nobody wants that.
Well, imagine if the
We all
president
fucking want
was.
We all,
We all want it. We would like some peace. That'd be nice.
You want a strong. You want the Rock, but you
about
know,
to say The Rock,
The,
yeah.
the Rock is the only person that be like, yeah, I stand behind that guy, and he can run it. But he's not. He doesn't want to be president. Nobody wants to be president. I want to run the world, but I don't
This
want to be.
fucking mess now.
President.
The Rock did that shit years ago. I think it was on
That's
Saturday Night
that's
Live.
why all the shit's going on.
The Rock Obama. You see that skit?
No, I have not
There was a
seen
skit
that.
called The Rock Obama.
Yeah, I did see that. That was
That shit was
good.
funny.
That's good as hell. I don't know, but yeah, man.
Well, you know they probably gonna want a gay president.
Everybody needs a turn. after this
Everybody
point.
needs a turn.
Everybody needs a turn.
That's what it takes on that.
Yeah,
Everybody needs a turn.
we need a midget. We need. We got a dog. Can a dog run the country?
The alien president.
Who's a cool dog we got? One of the dogs from John Wick. Let them be president.
Keanu Reeves would be a good president.
Keanu Reeves would be a good
Born
president.
in Canada. So.
He'd be a good president.
Nah, he can't. He's born in Canada.
Halle Berry. Let Halle Berry be president.
Just for kicks.
Just for kicks. Who's up next?
President of the day.
Kardashians have. There has to be one Kardashian president.
Yo, president for a day.
For-
If every day there was a new
He was
election.
the new president. Yo, who
So many
who you
decisions
want?
to make.
Whoever you want. It's
Yo,
your world. A
this-
Muppet.
this
Let a Muppet
country-
be
Why not?
president.
Fuck it.
Kermit has to be the best president ever. President
We got
Kermit.
so far.
President Kermit.
President
Barney,
Kermit. Miss Piggy.
Johnson.
Hell yeah. I'd get behind that.
Whoopi Goldberg, president.
Absolutely. President Goldberg. I'd do that.
The first black Jewish woman president.
Yeah,
What's this?
yeah. I'd fuck with President Goldberg.
Oh, nah, but this country's falling. It's over. The country is over. We're going through a recession. A lot of shit's
It's not
happening.
over. Did you hear that?
It's over for the right way, but it's fucked
I was
up.
watching, I don't know, just YouTube videos of how the conspiracy now is that the Indians, there were like black, there were dark Indians
Yeah.
and the light Indians, and they made the dark Indians slaves.
Well, yeah,
They
that's
enslaved the dark Indians.
I heard
They
stuff
really,
about
they
that.
really didn't get them from Africa. They got them from here.
Well, they got Moors. Yeah, the Moors is out here. They have black people in
There's
America.
black Indians.
Yeah.
Indians.
Yeah, Cherry. My
They
grandmother straight up.
were like, those are the people, if you're descended from those people who deserve reparations.
Well, to be honest with you, they still got people from Africa too. They got when they came from Africa and they got the people that was already here, everybody just became in the same plantation. You had Cherokee Indians.
I mean, that's why you want to go back in time.
Yeah.
Don't go back and be like, what the fuck really happened? What did y'all?
Yeah.
And not be able to fuck nothing up. Just be invisible.
Give
Just
them
be
more.
like, just have some judges.
We bring the guy, the fucking Bronx tactical guy with us.
Yeah.
I got tasers. Brass knuckles. Suitcases. Like, what the fuck is the suitcase? Yo, imagine that
Because
shit.
when he pulled it out, everybody was like, that is a good sell. That's good.
Yeah.
At first they were like, that's crazy, but it was like, yeah, women need tasers.
Yeah.
I would buy that.
Anybody buy anything?
No, we were all questioning it and laughing. At first we were all laughing. And we were like, it's a good sale. That's a good idea.
You got the comb that's a knife. Yeah.
I wanted to be like, yo, can I see one of the batons? Can I see? If he had a better presentation, he would like. If he came on, he had a good shirt on, and had a fold out suitcase.
What was he wearing? Like army
He
shit?
looked crazy.
Like,
You look,
tank top?
yeah. He was just too aggressive. He was like, I got knives, I got tasers, I got batons, whatever you need.
Word.
I was like, relax.
Yeah.
You
Too aggressive.
Bronx, you know who we talking about. Just like, I haven't seen this guy in years. From the Rockaways, we stab a guy, he used to sell DVDs. He lets you play the DVD on the train.
It's all
And sell
presentation, man. It's all, like I try to tell somebody that, like, it's all, if you had just good presentation, people will buy shit.
The
from
store is open. That's what he
I
used
was
to
like, you got a bunch of boxes wrapped in duct tape. You look crazy.
Yeah, fuck
you
that.
look batshit crazy. Selling gummy bears from
From a plastic
duct
bag.
tape. Yeah, I saw you wrap it up. What are you doing?
I did buy alcohol from one of the guys on the train. It was actually good.
And it was
It was
fucking
a
good,
nutcracker.
huh?
Alcohol that he just made.
Nutcracker?
It was a nutcracker.
That shit's
He came
delicious.
through the movie guy, right? But the shit is, he was so nice with it. He had a suitcase, a rolling suitcase full of ice,
Yeah.
and it was not leaking at all. I don't know how he had the shit insulated, whatever the fuck. Open it up, he had one side had nutcrackers, the other side had packets of Newports and Marlboros.
Can't wait to get them as an audience.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
looking at.
It's like ABC.
What's going on in there? It's like, what is happening there?
It's that Times Square.
Yeah, this is the hood Times Square.
Yeah. we all on a legendary stage though. It's good.
Yeah, it's dope. Thank you guys for hanging out. I think you guys want to wrap it up.
Sure.
We gonna wrap it
We're
up.
gonna rap, we're gonna spit now.
No. We got a show tonight. We'll be here tonight for another installment of the Gym People Show. We got a lot of funny dudes. We're back. We're on hiatus, so we're back. And tell them where they can find me.
Find me on the 4 train going back up to the Bronx. Find me on Instagram, official Railz NY. I got the open mic up in the Bronx off the Railz open mic first Saturday every month.
Show.
Next one, I think next one is August 6th, and Friday, August 5th, I'll be at the Vino Theater up on Morgan Ave, Brooklyn. James Cole series. Shout out to Jamal Harrington. I'm doing a show there, and I'll be at the liquor store in the hour. But in the hour.
You can find me on YouTube under Cold Sober. That's where the puppet stuff is. And then you can find me anywhere hanging around the Lower West Side. This is where we are right now.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Lower West
Side.
Village.
Greenwich Village.
It's the West Side?
Yeah, we're on the West Side, like West Worthing. Or Broadway Comedy Club, where I do most of my stuff so far. I'm trying to get more places, but right now that's where I'm at.
There you are. It's another episode of People's Mic. Thank you for having us. Thank you for being around, for letting us do this here. We're here tonight, and see you next week.
We're gonna donate our hair to Jimmy.
I don't need hair. I like it just the way it is. Jimmy's the shit. Jimmy's the shit. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.